I noticed we have the hookers here at this first table here. So look at the line up there. Can you imagine? Is this the Mother Superior sitting right here? Is this what's going on? I don't know if we have enough fellas to go around, but let's take another look at the guys here. Oh, it is a bad night, isn't it? Let's see what we have here. We have some over there. You fellas would be interested in some nice girls. I think you can have the whole table for $1. I think they've been here for about 3 months. I don't want to say, but look at them. They've been handled more than a doorknob. Please play for me, sweet melody called doodly-doo, doodly-doo. I like the rest, but the one I like best is doodly-doo, a doodly-doo. Simple and sweet, isn't much to it. All you gotta do is doodly-doo it. I love it so, wherever I go, just a doodly-doodly-doo. Please do to me what you did to Marie Saturday night, Saturday night. I know it's real, cause I heard her squeal Saturday night, Saturday night. Simple and sweet, isn't much to it. All you gotta do is doodly-doo it. I love it so, wherever I go, just a doodly-doodly-doo. If you want more, go to room 34 and doodly-doo, doodly-doo. If you want mine, come to room 39. If you want mine, come to room 39. If you want mine, come to room... And doodly-doo, a doodly-doo. Simple and sweet, isn't much to it. 50 cents down, 50 cents down, 50... And the rest when you do it, I love it so. Wherever I go, just a doodly-doodly-doo. Picked up a 50-cent piece and married it. There used to be a time when they used to buy it for me, then I gave it away, now I'm buying it back. So girls, here's your song, you might as well learn it right now. Get out your old gray bustle, get out and hustle, don't you know the rent is coming due? While the bees make honey, let your make money. If you can't get 5, take 2. You'll be lucky if you get 2 out of this gang, isn't that right? It's funny how everything goes wrong. Today I ran out of gas on the way to work, stopped in at a gas station. I said, give me $1 worth of gas. He burped in my face. So I said, okay, make it 2, and I don't want to tell you what he did then. I come racing down the highway, met a cop. He pulled me over, gave me a ticket. I said, what should I do with this? He said, when you get 4, you get a bicycle. I remember the good old days when we used to say, lay your head and money on the pillow. Put that cold, wrinkled, fat, skinny, bald, hairy, young body next to mine. Did I miss anybody? Hear the whisper of my nightgown as it slips off my shoulder. It's flannel. Then I want to see you love me one more time. One more time. One more time. Yeah, that's the good times. You know why they spell sex S-E-X? Because they can't spell... He had me in a car. He said, I suppose you're the kind of girl who'll holler for help if I try to rape you. I said, only if you need it. He did. He said, am I the first one? I said, oh, for God's sake, don't ask me that question. I never was good in arithmetic. He said, just say the word, you'll make me the happiest man in the world. He said, will you marry me? I said, no. He said, you've made me the happiest man in the world. He said, I know you like to make love with the light on, but for God's sake, close the car door. I can see that she didn't want to laugh on that one. Her husband was going to slap her over here. I have a wash and wear wedding dress, and it's black. I got rice pots on my face. I've been married so many times. My first 2 husbands died. The first one of poisoned mushrooms, the second one of a fractured skull. He wouldn't eat the poisoned mushrooms. My last old man, I met him at a travel bureau. He was the last resort. He said, I want to share your troubles, your sorrows, your cares. By God, I never had any till I married him. We went to the preacher on Friday. He says, I can't marry on Friday. It has to be Monday. I says, you don't mind whispering a few words to last us over the weekend, do you? My old man says, what's this wedding gonna cost? He says, give me what you think it's worth. My old man gave him a quarter. I lifted the veil, he gave him a dime change. We checked into the motel. The guy says, what's your name? My old man said, Smith. He said, don't sign the register. We have a stamp for that. We got into the room. He said, your nightgown is wrinkled. I said, shut up. I'm not wearing a nightgown. He said, am I the first man that slept here? I said, if you drop off, you will be. Lay your head. They change over the years, though. Take a look at them. Please release me. Let me go. For I can't stand you anymore. Does it sound nice when you sing it to him? We just had an anniversary. He took me back to the same motel. He says, you want the bridal suite? I says, may as well. If I'm going to work like a horse, I might as well look like one. He gave him an anniversary present. Moccasins, live. I gave him a set of luggage, packed. The other day we were in a car and a policeman comes up and says, what are you doing? My old man said, nothing. He says, then get out and hold a flashlight. Let me in there. The other day I said, I smell a gas leak. He says, shut up and get a good night's rest. Somebody knocked on our door. My old man says, who is it? He said, the Boston Strangler. He says, for you, bye. I said, why don't you show me some lovin'? He took me to a drive-in. We looked in the parked cars. The other day I was looking out the window. I said, look at that guy next door. He brings her flowers, presents, kisses her. I said, why don't you do that? He said, I don't even know her. I came home from the doctor's the other day, went to the mirror, took off my bra. He said, what are you doing? I said, the doctor said I had the nicest little boobs he ever seen. He said, he mentioned your big butt. I said, he never mentioned your name. Oh, the girls like that one. Love again and again and again and again and again and again. Well, I don't know. We must have something going here. This is for a birthday from Bethlehem. Where's this? Larry and Rose? Is that right? Where's Larry and Rose? Have we got them in here someplace? They're from Bethlehem. I imagine that it should be Mary rather than Larry. Is that right? Where are we? Where? Right here? You're from Bethlehem? What are you doing here? Celebrating Christmas? Are you celebrating something that you're here in Minnesota? Do you speak English at all? Well, then we better stay away from her. Then I just hi there, Polak. I'll smile at her. Everybody, once in a while, everybody's smiling at her. Then she thinks we're all having a good time. Yeah, there you go. That's very good. See, aren't they having a good time? Oh, now she goes, oh, that's good. She says, I wonder what she said. A couple of Polak girls got off a bus. One said the other, why do they say the Polacks are so dumb? She said, look at yourself. You're a mess. You're dirty, and one of your boobs is hanging out. She said, oh, my God, I left the baby on the bus. All right, so we're going to do a Polish song called Sarah, Sarah, sit in a shoeshine shop. All day long she sits and shines. All day long she shines and sits. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a shoeshine shop. She sits and shines and shines and sits and sits and shines and shines and sits. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a shoeshine shop. I want you to also know that I'm not just an entertainer, I'm a social director, and when I ask you to sing, you are going to sing. Now you get the picture a little bit more. Now you understand this, don't you, Bethany? We have good news and bad news for you. The good news, you're going to heaven. The bad news is you're going tonight. She hadn't understood that, I think. Here we go. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a shoeshine shop. All day long she sits and shines. All day long she shines and sits. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a shoeshine shop. She sits and shines and shines and sits and sits and shines and shines and sits. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a shoeshine shop. I'll tell you what you do. If you can't do the words, just get your head to go like this. Then I know that you kind of understand what we're doing. Very good. Second verse. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a Chevrolet. All day long she sits and shifts. All day long she shifts and sits. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a Chevrolet. She sits and shifts and shifts and sits and sits and shifts and shifts and sits. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a Chevrolet. All together. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a Chevrolet. All day long she. All day long she. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a Chevrolet. She sits and shifts and shifts and sits and sits and shifts and. Super. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a Chevrolet. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a cabaret. All day long she sips her Schlitz. All day long her Schlitz she sips. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a cabaret. She sips her Schlitz, she sips her Schlitz, she sips. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a cabaret. All together. Come on, girls. Hookers over there. Here we go. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a cabaret. All day long she sips her Schlitz. All day long her. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a cabaret. She sips she's super. Sarah, Sarah, sit in a cabaret. Oh, you didn't do so bad after all. Look how excited you are. We have another message. Oh, we get all kinds of messages in here. Isn't this fun? Oh, it says, goodbye to Gail Brown from all the gals from Jerry's Foods. This is Jerry's Food. Goodbye. Wasn't that nice of them to have her out here for dinner to tell her this is her last night? She always said, Gail Brown. Like the guy who says, you look like Helen Brown. She says, I know, but I look great in yellow. Anyway, which one is brown over there? Where's the little brown? Right here. Would you stand up there, the girl that's retiring? What is the reason for her retiring? Pregnant? Pardon?
My husband got a job.
Her husband got a job. Maybe you... Yes, maybe you'd leave the name of the place. Maybe I could send my old man over there, too. My papa come home one time and said, understand the Iceman has made love to every woman in the building except one. She said, yeah, it's that snooty Mrs. Anderson on the third floor. There's a guy in Minnesota that you should know. He's not the square and he's not the schmo. He's got the twinkle in his eye and I tell you why. When he does the rumba, he's a real gun guy. He's a Scandinavian hot shot. A hot shot from Duluth. He's a Scandinavian killer diller. For a polka, he don't give a hoot. He's got the herringbone suit and a lutefisk vest. Not one hair upon his chest, but the girls go wild when he asks them to dance. He's got the rumba shirt and the conga pants. He's a Scandinavian hot shot from Duluth. He's a Scandinavian killer diller. For a polka, he don't give a hoot. Now there's a girl in Minnesota and she's a queen, the slickest chick that you ever seen. When she heard about the hot shot from Duluth, she says he's cute, he sounds real sweet. He's a Scandinavian hot shot from Duluth. He's a Scandinavian killer diller. For a polka, he don't give a hoot. Now to make the story shorter and to the point, they met in Minnesota in a jukebox joint. They got along so good in rumba time. They got hitched and raised the conga line. Now they're Scandinavian hot shots from Duluth. They're a Svenska family with the Latin rhythm. For a polka, they don't give a hoot, and that's the truth. I think we got a trick for a while. Right now, I know that you do like good music. Here's a song that everybody likes to introduce songs most of the time when they're on stages like this. And this song, because everybody requests this song so much all over the country, that I want to do it for you now because it is one of my favorites as well. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog will chill the air. Thank you. No dancing, please. San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will. He's crying, isn't he? On me. Go in there and get a hold of yourself. give a damn, my love. Aren't you glad you don't have a South Dakota song? Above the blue. See. To you, San Francisco. Look at from Bethlehem, they love it. Your golden will shine on me. Oh, isn't that pretty? Who's that knocking at my door? Who's that knocking at my door? Who's that knocking at my door? Cry fear, young maiden. It's me, myself, and nobody else, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. It's me, myself, and nobody else, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. I'll come down and let you in. I'll come down and let you in. I'll come down and let you in. Cry fear, young maiden. Let's hear your feet upon the floor, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. Hurry before I break down the door, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. Will you treat me like a lady? Will you treat me like a lady? Will you treat me like a lady? Cry the fear, young maiden. I'm dirty and old and rough and tough, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. Now find my manners aren't up to snuff, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. If you're drunk, you must stay out. If you're drunk, you must stay out. If you're drunk, you must stay out. Cry the fear, young maiden. Whiskey is the life of man, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. I'll drink it from an old tin can, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. Lips and drink will not touch mine. Lips and drink will not touch mine. Lips and drink will not touch mine. Cry the fear, young maiden. Kissing's not what I had in mind, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. Now open the door and pull down the blind, cried Barnacle Bill a sailor. Get your butt down the road. Where do you think I've been getting it for the last 6 months? Take the ribbons from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall. Lay it soft against my skin, like the shadow on the wall. He doesn't want to get married. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. Leave before breakfast. It's so sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night. And can you hear us? I don't care what's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. For tonight I found a friend. That's a clincher right there, friend. Yesterday is dead and gone. He said she was dead on the level. I said, why don't you try her in another position? All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. Well, we can change it to a girl song by changing the first line. Take the buttons from your fly. Shake it loose and let it fall. Lay it soft against my skin, like the shadow on the wall. Come and lay down by my side, right, girls? Till the early morning light. Yeah, it's so sad to be alone. All right, girls, here we go. Help me make it through the night. He said, I don't care what's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow, because tonight I'm going to take that broad. Yesterday is dead and gone. Tee-hee. And tomorrow's out of sight. All I'm taking is your money and your time. Help me make it through the night. Yesterday, all my troubles started yesterday. Don't you wish you knew what happened to me yesterday? Oh, I wish it were just yesterday. Suddenly, I am twice the girl I used to be. There's a belly hanging over me. Oh, I wish it were just yesterday. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my hands off of you. You're like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. And at long last love has arrived, and I thank God you're almost alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my hands off of you. Now pardon the way that I stare. I see you have clean underwear. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. And if you feel me the way I feel, then I'll feel you the way you feel. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my hands off of you. I love the baby, and if it's quite all right, I'll keep the kid. Oh, pretty baby, trust in me when I say it was an ugly baby. Don't let me down. Ugly. I used to put a diaper over its face. I bet you wonder where I kissed it goodnight. Let me love you. Well, it kind of tells you in a nutshell what's happening to it. Whoa. Yeah. Well, it's really not the song, it's the hat. I've been street walking those streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every dude on those dirty sidewalks of St. Paul. Hustle is the name of the game, and a girl can be washed away with the snow and the rain. I've done a lot of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm going where the lights are shining on me. I'm a Gallstone cowgirl, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. A Gallstone cowgirl, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. Offers coming over the phone. I don't mind the pouring rain. A smile can ease the pain. I ain't gonna take a train that takes me the wrong way. I know what I'm gonna do when I get an old man and $1 tucked into my shoe. I've done a lot of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm going where the lights are shining on me. I'm a rhinestone cowgirl, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. A rhinestone cowgirl, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. Offers coming over the phone. I got an offer over the phone. I went out to Montana. He was built like a donut with one of the bites gone. He had such bags under his eyes, he looked like he had a saddle on his nose. And his teeth were so bucked, every time he kissed me, he stapled my lips together. I said, "You're chapping my lips." He said, "Rubs some horse manure on them." I said, "Cure 'em." He said, "No, keeps you from licking them." He was so wrinkled, he looked like a Venetian blind. Had 3 days of rain laying in his face, and he always smelled tired. I said, "Where'd those rocks come from?" He said, "The glaciers brought them." I said, "Where's the glaciers?" They went back for some more rocks. He had a horrible birthmark on his neck. It was his head. My girlfriend says, "Is that your boyfriend?" I said, "Hell yes. You don't think I'd hire a lover that looked like that, do you?" riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. I just found out recently he almost got trampled to death. He tried to tighten the nuts on his Mustang. I'm a rhinestone cowgirl, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. A rhinestone cowgirl, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. Offers coming over the phone. He was a guy that liked to gamble. One day he's out at the track, he sees this horse just flying down the field. Goes right up to the gate. He says, I'd like to put $1,000 on Flash. Flash comes out of the gate, flies down the field just before the finish line, takes a right. He goes down the second day, sees the same horse just flying down the field, goes right back up to the gate. I'd like to put $2,000 on Flash. Flash comes out of the gate, flies down the field just before the finish line, takes a right. He goes down, looks for the owner, he finds him. He said, I'd like to talk to you about your horse. He said he really has a problem. He said every time he gets to the finish line, he said wants to go to the right when it really should go to the left. He said what he needs is a little lead in his ear. He said, how do you propose to do this? He said, with a pistol. I'm a rhinestone cowgirl, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. I didn't think that was going to work either. People I don't even know. Offers coming over the phone. Anytime everybody sing, you're feeling lonely. Well, anytime you're feeling blue. Well, anytime you feel downhearted, that will prove your love for me is true. Well, anytime you're thinking about me, well, that's the time I'll be thinking of you. So anytime you say you want me back again, that's the time I'll say to you. They think they're going to get us back just like that. We have a hello here. Say hello to Lorraine from London. Is that right? From Duluth. I don't think that's right. Let's try it again. Say hello to Lorraine and Milton, maybe. London. Is that your last name, London? From Duluth. Does this make sense? Who wrote this? We're not going to let him out of the room until we find out what's going on. All right. Hello, Lorraine. And hello, Milton. Well, that took care of that, didn't it? Anybody else want me to say hello to you? If you just want to holler your name up, I'll say hello.
Hello, Gary.
Hi. I don't know what it means, but I guess so. What's that? Hello, Roy. Hello, Roy. What is his name? Oh, excuse me, I was looking at her. Hello, Roy. Don't put a tax on those handsome guys. How can I live without love? You can tax my business and all that I own, but have a little pity, leave my pleasures alone. What will I do on a beautiful night if I should happen to fall? Supposing I'm about to meet a beautiful guy, what if he discovers that my tax day overran? Don't put a tax on those handsome guys, or I won't get any lovin' at all. Right, Roy? 'Twas early one evening, Roy rode into town, and looking for fun, he went riding around. I knew he'd find Lily Dale, and he found it real soon, and he ended right up in the Bankers Club saloon. He staggered through the door and stepped up to the bar. My handsome boss gave Roy a cigar. He smoked that cigar while I sang a tune, and he felt right at home in that dirty saloon. Well, I mussed up his hair and sat down on his knee. I said, you're a lover from St. Paul, that I can see. He said, that's what I am. Tell me, how did you know? Your muscles are hard from your head to your toe. I felt all his muscles to prove I was right, and he smoked his cigar without lighting a light. And his head started rising just like a balloon from the treatment he got in that dirty saloon. Then early next morning I bid Roy goodbye, and I waved from the window with a tear in my eye. But I didn't discover till early next June he had slipped me a keepsake in that dirty saloon. I'll curse that young man till the forest turns blue, and with whiskey and men I swear I am through. But I know as I swear and as I sing this tune, it's nice to see you back, Roy, in this dirty saloon. But I'm returning all the presents but the baby, 'cause if my folks see all those presents, what will they think when I march into the house with just a tot and not a spouse? They'll ask me where I got that lovely fink. It was a cross between a mink and a fox. You wasted all your money on my wardrobe, 'cause all he ever let me wear was right guard. I'm returning all the presents, Roy, but the baby, 'cause that's the only thing I didn't get from you. I got it from Tex. It's the only thing. He laughs like a machine gun. You got the right key, honey, but the wrong keyhole. I can't get along with you to save my soul. I went right down to the hardwood store. I bought myself a brand new lock to put on my front door. I got a new man, honey, and he's better than you. He starts in a lovin' where you get through. So take my tip, get out of this place, because I can't stand your damned homely face. You got the right key, honey, but the wrong keyhole. This was a lovely way to spend an evening. I had a good time. Hope you did too. This was a lovely way to spend an evening. Save another night and spend it with me. Right? The curtain is going up. Your invitator is taking a bow. I did my dance step and sang a song. I even got you to sing along. Now I know just what I must do to get you to laugh or a giggle or two. Snappy pattering jokes, I hope it pleased all you folks. I was the entertainer, the star of your show. Now I was in vaudeville and I was on the bill with acrobats, singers, and clowns. There was a dancing bear and a nude act there, and boy, she never let you down. But when I came on to do your favorite song, I wound them in the cities and the towns. They came from near and far to see me in the bar. The entertainer, the star of your show tonight. The entertainer, the star of your show. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. You were just really super. I love all of you. And let's all do one together. Show me the way to go home. Everybody. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Well, I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it made me go right to the head. Wherever I may roam, on land or sea or foam, you can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go home. And there's a little bit of advice I'd like you to take. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make someone you can cling to. One smile that cheers you. One face that lights when it's near you. Make one man your everything too. What was the beard over there? Fame, if you win it, comes and goes in a minute. Where's that real stuff you can cling to? Yes, love is the answer. Yes, love is the answer. When you find it, build your world around it. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. And you'll be happy too. It's not finding the right person, it's being the right person. It's important to be important, but more important, it's important to be nice. Thank you all for coming. You were awfully nice, and you were an awful important crowd. Thank you. Good night.